So there is a strong chance that if you are in the gaming community, you have seen the PlayStation 5 Pro news. Now people are angry, people aren't very happy that there's already a third generation of this PlayStation 5, considering people struggle to get these things all the way up until 2022 and only really becoming properly available to go into a store in around 2023. These things are becoming more popular, and it's a shame that now PlayStation decided, yeah, we're going to release a PlayStation Pro. Now don't be wrong, I do think this should happen, but it's not been the same way as the PlayStation 4 did it. At least with the PlayStation 4, everyone kind of had their PlayStation 4 for a long time, and then when Sony decided to release the PlayStation Pro, it had actually been a decent amount of time. It wasn't just, 2019, the PlayStation gets announced. 2020, the thing comes out. No one can get it. And then, a couple years later, we're hearing about a PlayStation 5 Pro. That's mental. How is that being allowed? How is Sony thinking this is a good idea? Now, I do understand why. I think I've got a very good hunch. Games are now starting to need more power, more than even the PlayStation 5 can bring it, to be able to bring a 4K 60 FPS or a 1080p 120 FPS or 4K 120 FPS even. A lot of these things need a lot more power. More FPS needs more power. More resolution and more FPS needs way more power. And 4K at 60 just needs power to look good. There's so many different experiences now that are coming up, like GTA 6, that are going to need so much processing power. And I wouldn't be surprised if, PlayStation 5 Pro is the only one that's going to be able to get 60 FPS, because Sony are going to be leaning in hard into this PlayStation 5 Pro, being the next generation for powerful people, powerful gamers that want, the best PlayStation 5 experience. Now, I've had a PlayStation 5, as I've got the regular PlayStation 5 here. I've also had a PlayStation 5 Slim, which I unboxed. But the PlayStation 5 Slim, it didn't really feel like much had changed. Nothing had changed. Literally, it was the same thing but smaller, which was quite different to what we had before, and it was nice to see that wasn't bottlenecked, but that was one that made sense. That made sense. Smaller form factor, people were complaining that this PlayStation 5 was too big, but I decided to keep my PlayStation 5. And I think a lot of people are going to be struggling between whether they keep their PS5 or PS5 Pro, because the PS5 Pro is actually going to be the first PlayStation 5 we have that's actually going to have a meaningful, powerful difference. Now, does this mean that your PS5 is going to become redundant in a couple of years and games aren't going to be supported? Absolutely not. The PlayStation 4 games got supported for way longer than they should have done, so that means that PS5 will probably get the same pattern. But this isn't like a next gen, release or anything like that. So hopefully this means that, the PlayStation 5 will still get supported, but just with lower FPS. But it's strange because this console felt so powerful at the time, and we got told that it was so far ahead, that it's kind of strange to see now that people are saying that that's not the case, that, this PS5 is actually getting bottlenecked. And I sometimes do think that. I do think that this thing being locked at 1080p 120 FPS or 4K 60 isn't really using its full potential, and gamers should be getting better, performance, looking better, because these systems are powerful. They're not just something to be having their nose up at. They are pretty good consoles, and Xbox doing pretty much nothing has left, there's left PlayStation open to be able to do loads with their consoles. The only new console that's come out from Xbox in recent time is the Xbox Series S Black Edition. That literally brought nothing to the table. So it's now just a waiting game. It's now just sitting around waiting for a new PlayStation to come out, which I don't really know if I agree with, because I generally am a strong believer in letting products have a decent amount of time for everyone to get them in their hands. People have still got PS4s. Not everyone has a PS5 yet, and I think it's ridiculous that we're already going to be getting a PS5 Pro. Tell me down below, do you think a PS5 Pro should actually be a thing, or do you think that the PS5 is fine as it is and more people need to adopt it? Because at the moment, PlayStation are in somewhat way struggling to actually sell the PS5s to PS4 owners, because a lot of PS4 owners don't really need an upgrade. Now, yes, you may be thinking, oh, but better performance, looking better, sounds better, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't care about that. As long as they can play online with their friends, they're more willing to, have their older console that doesn't look as great to be able to save the money. And a lot of people have been waiting for a PS5 Pro. So those people that, stuck around, they waited until the PS5 Pro came out. Fair enough. But people that have just got their hands on a PS5 or a PS5 Slim, I do feel bad for, because this PS5 Pro is going to be powerful, and it's going to be linked with GTA 6. So this does mean that we will be seeing this thing around 2025 or the end of 2024. So, be on the eye out for that. Keep looking around, seeing what PlayStation are going to be selling, because that does mean as soon as the PS5 Pro comes out, it should mean that these PS5s get put on discounts. And you could at least be the next generation, but we all know what this means. Once the PS5 Pro comes out, it means the PS6 is not going to be far off. So we do have to make sure that people, if they are buying these consoles, are aware that, you know, their lifespan is almost over. But at the same time, it will have been 5 years since the original PS5 came out once this thing actually comes out. You know, 5 years is a long time for, you know, a console's lifespan. And if that was a PC, it would not be the same, you know, situation where we're going, oh my God, this is insane. But 5 years, you know, it doesn't feel, you know, the same amount of time. I think, you know, everyone just got so used to, you know, waiting ages for these consoles that now everything is going so quick and we're getting new consoles quite often that it's kind of setting people apart. They're kind of, whoa, why are these new consoles coming out so quickly? But no, I do think the PS5 Pro is going to be a massive upgrade. Do I agree that Sony should have brought out this quickly after, you know, only a couple of people have just started to manage to get all these PS5s? No, I do think they should have waited a bit longer, but I am excited for the PS5 Pro. I do think it's going to be a really powerful console that I will definitely keep, just because I'm really excited for GTA 6. You know, I want to have the best possible GTA 6 experience as anyone can get. So I do think the PS5 Pro is actually going to be worth it for people to upgrade to. So I am intrigued to get that. And obviously, I will be reviewing that as soon as that comes out and comparing it to the regular PS5, because we will have to see the power difference. Is it noticeable for just someone like me that plays games here and there, you know, likes just to chill out, play games, or will it not be noticeable at all? I will be intrigued to see. But if you are excited for PS5 Pro and you've been waiting, you know, you still got a PS4 and you're waiting for PS5 Pro to come out, please let me know down below, because I think there is actually quite a lot of people out there that are waiting for a PS5 Pro to come out just so they can get the best possible experience. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's been Harry. I'm out. Peace.